Okay, hey Robert, you guys are in the Google Hangout. How about you join first? Oh, Armin? Okay. Oh, hey, whoever wants to go first. Okay. I think you've got your Robert. You've got your microphone muted. And Harmon, if you could mute yours, or sorry, you
Go first.
We can rock.
All right, sure.
Alright, so is our microphone still muted though? I think
Nope, it looks like yours is okay.
Oh, ours is good?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, cool. Alright, and so what we did, we essentially started off testing squares. Like, essentially we're calling like each little area in our 2x2 array a square. And, okay, sorry, I thought there was something wrong for a second. So each square has a variable in it called closed. It's whether or is it open, and that's determined can something walk into it or not. And so parent squares are it's set to false. Can't you try to go into them, the game will let you. And then open squares, which are derived from parent squares, are true, which means if you try to walk into them, you can.
I'm looking at your code and I see something fundamental that you've missed. Is anybody else picking up on that? These are unit tests, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that? They're all asserts, right? So you're using the assert keyword there, which actually someone on the list was asking about that too, right? So like I bet when you run all these, they all pass, right?
Actually, the ones that don't pass flunk.
Okay, cool. So okay, you do have enable assertions. Okay, so that's probably it might not be when you get the failure message. What kind of message do you get? Just like assertion failure, right?
Yeah.
If you use the assert true from JUnit or the assert that from Hamcrest, you'll get a nicer error message. And also, if you ever run it without the -EA, but you're nodding like, yes, you know this, and it's working for you, so I'll let you continue.
Just running into other issues and just trying to what'll work. But and essentially moved it on like does it have a Pac-Man reference? Let's make a Pac-Man class. Just not really too much to talk about. The only interesting thing is that we created a class called Walker, which both Pac-Man and the Ghost will come from, because Walker will essentially take care of all the stuff that has to do with how it moves through the maze. And then, all the various details about is it controlled by a player or a computer, and does it do things when it goes through a square or not? Those will be determined by the actual Pac-Man and Ghost classes later on. And so at this point, we're just starting to test. Well, does it have a direction? Can you change its direction? Where is it pointing right now?
Cool. The direction equals 1. What does 1 mean?
One is up. 1 means up. We were trying to do enumerated data types, but neither of us know a lot about enumerated data types, and we were running into more problems than it was worth. So we said, okay, it's 1 for now, and we will get that worked out.
Okay. You're really good at anticipating the questions.
Yeah,
what am I doing here? Anyway,
I like to think I think things through.
Pay me moderately decent money to. Anyway, cool. Oh yeah, there's like the little comment that explains what. Okay. Neat. Questions, comments, feedback? Yeah.
Because like a position is going to have the actual actor, whether it's a ghost or a Pac-Man, is going to have an orientation, which should be, it might be facing left, right. Also, really cause it to move. Using the same left, right, up, down orientation or direction, call to move in that direction. So, where would that new declaration to be globally available to everybody without having a lot of time?
Did anybody use an enum for their direction? Yeah? What you guys? Oh, unpause, you're on. Sorry, on mute.
Show the screen instead of
like remute ourselves, or
well, let's figure out the enum. Oh, okay. Well, actually, before. Okay, yeah. Here, I'll switch over your screen real quick.
Okay, so that's clearly not what I want. There we are. So we used an enum over in character. There we are. So right now, only characters, which are either the player or the ghosts, can have a direction. If I want to make it so that you can refer to directions as for movement as well, I would move it out. I would just keep moving it up parent classes until I get to one that they all share. Or in this case, direction you're facing, I don't think needs to relate to the direction of movement. I think that direction of movement can be done in like main, where I'm like, on key press, is it a arrow left? Oh, that means I do. I try to move x minus 1 or whatever. You could do that too. Because the enum is not private, I can just do character.direction.north. And I don't think that's too long.
Anybody else?
Or you can import character and
Anybody else using Noom? We use Noom.
Yeah,
Right, Sean?
I'll show them what we do.
Yeah. Direction, right? That's our Noom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours was like top level class. You can do it. You can you can declare an enum inside another class. I think this is what intelligent game is. Right?
Yeah.
We just did.
Said generate.
Yeah.
I'll enter in.
Yeah.
Let it generate it.
Yeah. So I think either way is right. Or works for you. But although, yeah, I mean, I guess I would recommend using an enum over like a magic number. And actually, with the magic number, you might want to have a constant for that. But yeah, I think you get about enums. Anybody else? Anybody else want to share where they're at? Where is the? Oh, it's full screen. Did you guys have any tests that you want to show off?
Sure. Did you hit share screen? Over there?
Back on
There we
you.
did. Okay. Yeah, so we got back on me. All right. So from the top, it's all this normal stuff, including the old test no command line arguments, which doesn't work right now. We verified that we can make characters, and that characters have directions, and so we can set them and get them. Player is where we'll do the Pac-Man logic, and right now it only has vulnerability. So it and ghosts both have the same test at this point to test whether they are vulnerable. And so when you do encounters where there's a ghost and a Pac-Man in the cell, you would just say, get vulnerability for both, and whoever's invulnerable wins. So as more than two could be possible, but depending. But
Cool. Just looking at your code, a couple of things that I picked up that's kind of stylistic. When you have a Boolean property of a class, you have like set vulnerability, and for Booleans, these mentions have a method called is vulnerable or invulnerability.
okay, because we've been telling IntelliJ not to do that and changing it back.
Oh, okay.
Because I hadn't heard that before.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's like I guess vulnerability is a noun.
You can read like an English sentence. Is it vulnerable? True. Is it vulnerable? False.
Right. So it's like is vulnerable.
Yeah, that's why I think that's why it turned me off. And I was like, wait a minute, why did it template say is vulnerability? That doesn't make much English sense.
Right. And so it's sort of like it's a property of an object. So maybe an adjective like vulnerable
Yeah.
would better describe it. Whole thing. And then also, there's a certain equals you can say, cert test is vulnerable, true. You can also use like cert true or cert false. Might read it later, but and actually, you might also get a little better of an error message too.
Okay.
Yeah.
This looks good. Anybody else want to share where they're at? Do you want to talk about where we're at, Joe?
Sure. Once
let's
it's working.
let's talk about the test. So yeah, what was this test all about?
So basically, we wanted to create a board and then get the direction of the Pac-Man. So we built a level builder, and then we created a level, and we created a Pac-Man, and then we get the direction of the Pac-Man, and we assert that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of code behind that makes that work.
Well, even just like to get this much, we sort of talked about what was that simplest test case.
Yeah,
and
this probably wasn't as simple as we could have done, but
yeah. Because one of the things we realized in like writing the level builder is that there's other like validations that we could have done before we went all the way to this. We'd like, validate that like the grid that's passed in, is a rectangle, that you don't have like one line that's bigger than the other. Well, we can validate that
there is a Pac-Man on the board.
Right, there is a Pac-Man on the board.
There's actually walls surrounding it.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff like that. And we can get there. But yeah, this is where we ended up. Actually, was there anything interesting with the implementation that was worth calling out? Oh, I don't know. We ended up doing a lot with like two-dimensional character arrays. It feels like I'm writing Fortran or something. I don't know. It's weird. Sorry, Dad. Anyway, yeah. But so I think test-driven development's going okay so far.
Yeah. It started a little bit simpler, but
I think. And maybe we need to take a step back and do some more simple things. But other than that, everything's good. Okay. Where do we go from here? Like, what's the next set of questions that you guys have with your programs? Like, what's the next test that you're going to write? What's the next thing that you're going to dive into? It's us. We're huge. Let's put back on this.
Changing over to the JUnit service.
Oh, yeah, JUnit service. Okay, cool. Nice little refactor there. Are you guys taking similar approaches to the three of us that shared? Anybody doing something drastically different? It's like, I've got a way better way of doing this. Anybody like, I'm doing something different and I'm not sure if it's way better?
We're doing different things that we eventually do. We're doing other things first.
Like you.
We're working on moving it
Oh, nice. Okay.
and testing the programs.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're building on a grid too, and sort of saying, yeah, Pac-Man's this position. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. Right on. Okay. Well, let's spend a couple more. Oh, my profile. Sorry. Let's spend a couple more minutes. Yeah, I know. A couple more minutes working on this. We'll do one last check-in, and then go from there. Cool. Let's go back. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see here. While Sean's gone, I'm just going to fill out Pac-Man level builder. Where do we have that logic for? I guess it's in the level for computing the Pac-Man. I'm going to make this package protected. I'm going to say that visible. Oh no, I don't have that annotation. I think what I want to do is I want to write a unit test just for this. So public void test. Well, let's see here. That is less than Pac-Man is right. That is correct. So I'm going to assert that. And level. I want it to be a static method on level. level get Pac-Man. So like while you were out, I was just going to go through and add like simple unit tests for this.
All the other levels.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Just pull
Honestly,
that
because
out.
I'm out of ideas.
I was gonna say make an invalid level that has, one line that's too long or something.
That's a good idea.
Well, we can do this first because it's quick.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, assert that. Blah blah. Equal to And I'll write the next test, and then you can write the code to implement it.
Right.
I don't know what that next test is going to be yet, though. Okay, so let's
Do
run.
direction left, right, up, down.
Yep.
That should pass.
Yep. Okay, so not a very good test. It's probably failed the first time. Sorry.
But we already tested it up here.
Yeah,
basically.
so we're kind of redundant. So we probably written this one first. That would have been another one of those cases. Alt D to duplicate. No, wrong. Oh, stop that. Windows D to duplicate. Okay, so like greater than Pac-Man. Greater than Pac-Man is left. Oh, you know what? These should be uppercase.
Our unions are usually all uppercase, right?
Yeah. How do we end up with creating plus left? And we'll just rename this one to Shift F6. Right.
That was.
Oops, no, it didn't work. Right.
How did we know how to do that easily, that quickly?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's the sort of thing, IntelliJ probably over the years has built up like this whole library of
Common
yeah.
use patterns.
Yep. Control Shift F10. It fails. I'll pass it to you. You can make a pass. Test-driven development. It's so much fun.
So where's that in? That is in direction. So we have direction.
Go for it.
That's a Pac-Man. Direction. So there we go.
Can you want to move the table forward a little bit so you can sit a little further back? Okay. Yeah.
Why is
You
it
just
there?
oh, which is the no, it's not. It's green up there in the top right, so I don't know what I was complaining about. Oh, you could also just like rerun that down there.
Okay.
Is that all of them? Yep, free
Yep.
test. Nice, okay.
1 second. Okay. Get that updated. So
Okay.
do this again, but for up
Yep.
and down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you duplicate. Okay.
Yeah, one at a time.
Okay.
Let's not be hasty, Master Marionette.
So for the board, you guys are using a 2D array of characters.
This was backing it, and yeah, we haven't really figured out like how it, like if that's going to serve us well long term. That's what we're starting with: a two-dimensional array of characters, and we can. And right now, Pac-Man has a position on that one.
So what do you call
For a
the
game
up,
that's simple with,
what do you call
Carrot?
that? What do you call that? Up carrot?
Carrot? Is that what it is?
I think for a game that's simple where the characters themselves, like the ghosts, don't really have much there. I think that's fine. But what we were doing is we made a 2D array. We just call them items, but basically it was a super class for walls, pellets, ghosts, packages, like
yeah. So you have like a one-dimensional array of basically objects that represent things.
Yeah, I was gonna call it objects, but
Yeah.
Just about to do it, but I'm going to see that it fails. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, but what's left? That's not what I would expected.
Dot up. Oh, that's okay.
Actually, I think it's. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's
I
a carrot
didn't.
like
I
that.
didn't. I didn't give it the up.
Well, no, I'm saying the where.
It's no. There we
Oh,
go.
no, yeah, you're right. And up should probably be V.
Oh,
I had the
V.
same thing, right? Because it's like it's he's
Oh,
eating
okay.
up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, and then maybe like change the word carrot to V or something like that. And not than. Isn't pair programming fun? No, type that character. No, type that character.
Cap A for the download facing, so the character is too small.
Oh, yeah. A might work also.
What's it? Level builder. Level.
looks like you're missing a. Oops. You're missing a semicolon at the end of that line.
Yeah, I
38.
stole it from the other one above me.
And you just rerun it down here too by clicking that.
So they rerun all of them, or just that test?
It is all of them because this is like reruns the last one you ran since you ran all of them.
Oh, okay.
No. I mean, it takes all of
It's not like Eclipse.
.017.
It's not like Eclipse that likes to run random tests.
No, IntelliJ. It's not like Eclipse. That's,
So what does the Pac-Man class do?
Pac-Man right now just represents Pac-Man's position and direction, and even the position. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna see how that evolves.
Well, like this, do you get the Pac-Man direction method is a level class?
No, it's not Pac-Man. So it's like a level has a Pac-Man and get direction from. Oh, and this is. Okay, I see what you're saying. This get Pac-Man direction is used when parsing the board. So there's that little text, ASCII art of the board. And so when we parse it, we go over each character and we say, hey, do you represent Pac-Man? And the way we do that is say, hey, is that character a Pac-Man direction? So what we're doing is just writing unit tests for this one method, and that way we can just test that one piece of functionality instead of having to create a new level each time.
So do you have something to generate the levels based off of the string?
Yeah, so we have a little builder.
It's
Yeah, it's right. It's easier. Yeah, easiest in the test. Right, so you can use this level builder thing where you can just send in some lines and it's mildly
There's the
readable.
Pac-Man, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to try to do some that for like the constructor for the, I think, board design. I was going to send in like a string that basically be like level and parse that. Like every time it's not done, it's like a color object or something. Because how we had it was just like to create the array and just like hard code it.
Oh, it's really, it's hard to write it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting annoyed with the testing because like there's no way you could have the board state wasn't exactly the same between tests. There's always going to be like tests that fail unless you're using it.
Yeah.
So you want to handle this one now?
Let's commit this since hey we got stuff working. Let's check it in.
All right.
Oh, nice.
So what do you want to say? Some more test passing?
Yeah, I know. It's like now we get the directions all working.
Have you seen the website What the Commit?
No, really? Is it?
It's just a bunch of random commit messages. They're just ridiculous. Like 2
Exposed.
a.m. it finally works. You know.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Okay, so what? More test passing.
Well, but it's like specifically like the direction. So it's like convert Pac-Man character having car into direction. Yeah, that's cool.
Commit and push.
Sure. Okay, so let me write a. So yeah, let's handle that next one first, or next one next. By the way, so validate the grid as a rectangle. So let's see here.
I can use your Mac. These things are so sticky.
Oh well, what's driving us crazy is that like it's a little bigger than we're used to, and that the keys in the wrong place and everything. But I think
control key to work on.
Oh, really? Yours? Was it your Mac? Or
Yeah, it was a Mac. I don't know why. This Mac
You use the command. Use the Windows key.
Yeah.
Instead of Control C, use Windows C.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Oh, I think Control is the same actually.
No,
it's
it's
keyboard.
not.
It's Alt and it's Option and Command which are reversed.
But if you want to like Control C, Control V, you have to do this.
Yeah,
You
I
have to
was
hit
doing
Windows
Command.
key. Yeah.
Command.
Yeah.
Not Control.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because on
Okay.
Windows, it's Control.
Right. Oh, and on Windows, it's really. That's
Yeah, on Windows
up.
you hit Control.
Right,
On
yeah.
Mac, you have to do that.
Yeah. So, right. It's the Windows icon which is Command.
Yeah.
Which is obnoxious. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Validate the grid is a rectangle, so it's like non-rectangle level. What should it do?
Throws exception.
Throws illegal state exceptions. Shoot, what's that thing? Expected equals illegal state exception dot class. Okay, so yeah, let's go make ourselves a board that looks.
Can I abstract that out yet? Or?
No, because not yet. Copy that. Because what do we pass in? Because like we want the board to be different.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like really. Okay, so here, yeah, if we have, what, if we make it too big like this,
Yeah.
we should, okay. And so then we're not using this, so let's get rid of it. Oh, do it again. Nope, I did that again. This thing, variable. Yeah. That? No. Wrong. No. Wrong. Just this. So we complain they never use that return result. Okay, cool. So like calling this should throw into the state exception. So let's run this bad boy. Control-Shift-10. Expected blah, but nothing. Okay. Do you want to implement?
Sure. So that's the level builder. So that's when we're actually call to create, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we want to keep track of the width of the board, and if it's not the width that we started with,
Yeah.
just throw the exception.
Right. I mean, I think it's just. Right. All we need to keep track of is just the width of the first line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We set that, and then after that, if it's
Right,
not equal
yeah.
to that, throw an exception.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that'll work.
We're going to do that right here, right?
Yeah.
So that is lot get, let's see, line dot
Length. It's not get length, it's just length. It's, decisions made back in 1993. Anyway.
and then here.
No, I don't think we need to do it there. I think we've already.
Oh yeah,
I think
you're
we
right.
do it before that. Yeah.
Or you want to test the board length? You want to test
Well,
it
I
after
think
this?
no. I think you do it before. So
you
it's
want
like
to move the board without and then test it every iteration? Or?
well, like here's the thing, right? I think the logic needs to be something like, hey, here in line 20, it's like if the length of the current line. Well, first of all, if board width equals 0 is the first one, we'll set board width.
Okay.
Otherwise,
If
if it's different, yeah,
Okay.
then blow up. Yeah. And you could also say if I equals 0. And actually, that would probably be. That way, you wouldn't be right. I mean, I is like the
oh yeah, you're
right.
right.
If we're if we're looking at the first line, yeah.
Else if or no? Else if.
Else if, yeah.
Else if line dot length
Yeah.
not equal to board width. So
Let's make sure that there's a message associated with that. Maybe something like, all rows, must have width, board width, or something like that.
I'll show you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Line
Nice.
I
Yep.
plus 1
Oh,
plus
nice.
expected width. So let's say expected width was board width.
Yeah. It knows. Nice. Okay.
I like super descriptive error messages because
Yeah. I'm just curious. If you get rid of the initializer, what is it? What does it compile?
it's just a C++ thing I'm used to doing. So
No, well, it still it complains though that hasn't been initialized, right?
okay, yeah,
That's cool.
just have it for C++.
No, yeah, which can be okay, unless like it's never used and that's just confusing. But okay, yeah, let's give this a whirl. Ba-ding! Awesome.
Do you want to write the next test and do it, or?
Now I want you to write the next test.
Oh yeah.
Are there any other tests that we can write around this logic?
Say instead of width, we can say height is wrong.
Can you have height that's wrong if all the width is the same?
You can have one that's if the width. You can have one, where the height on one row is. Wait a minute, you're right. You can't have height.
Yeah, I just couldn't visualize it. It's
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
draw
You're right.
it. Yeah,
You can't have height wrong.
Okay.
You have to have a
'Cause
line
right
that doesn't
is
have
rectangular,
anything.
yeah.
But you said that one character. Yeah, you have to go out of your way to do that.
Yeah, I would use something like look for border or whatever like that. But now, how about you write the next test, and then I'll.
So you're just using characters. Do you have a test that tests that they're like characters?
Well, I was thinking it's like really. I don't know if we should bother because like when we initially drew it, you just had like dashes and like let's put pluses, it'll look neat. But it's like if you put dashes there, it's still okay. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need to go to those extremes. And let's say someone wanted to have like rounded corners, they could use slashes or ASCII art. Yeah. So I don't
Use
know.
Unicode characters, make it look even more
Whoa, that'd be we could use emoji. No, we couldn't use emoji.
So just any character that is not like one of the specific like
Yeah,
colors or something.
I think we
It's
were-
like an object that you can't.
Yeah.
blend with.
Yeah, it might not look very pretty, but it's like I don't know if we need like special. Do we need to restrict what can be on the board? So it's like so it's more about recognizing what you do know about like Pac-Man, and then at some point we'll get to pellets. But yeah.
Yes, what do we want to test next?
Oh, we need a bigger level. Because
Right
right
that
now,
we can
like
create a bigger level.
Pac-Man and I don't see why not.
Okay, so we
As
can
long
test
as-
that we can create one. Is that a good test?
Oh,
That's not really
what
testing
would we
much.
assert that we can just create without error?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of implied. Maybe implied in another test. So I don't know if it's necessary to.
Validate one Pac-Man.
Yep, let's do that one then. You write the test and I'll write the implementation. Pac-Man? That's look like correct program. I don't know, none.
Oops. Okay. Insert Pac-Man. Okay, so.
Nice. I like it.
Make it bigger that way, or
Yeah, no, I think that'll
that's,
work.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
that's
do the
enough to
smallest
test it.
thing that we think will work. Yeah, let's try it.
Is there a built-in library for like listening for like key presses? Like, if you want to make this like real time, or is that something?
On
that's-
the command line, I think there is like a Java curses library. It's not built in. Yeah, so I think there is such a thing. I don't know if it's how well maintained it is. Where I want to take this is not next week or the week after that, implemented in GWT. So we'll have like a web application. Oh, that's giving away the. So if anybody's actually listening to the recording, besides these two,
Nobody listens.
who
to
I
it.
sworn to secrecy, I don't know. The other half of class that doesn't seem to appear. Okay, excellent. It's failing. Okay, I'll make it pass. Okay, so see here in the create method, there it is. Oh, we should probably commit to other stuff. Oh well. Let's see here. That's all right. I want to format a little bit easier. It's easier for me to read. Where do we? Let's see here. Oh, actually, it's a level constructor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oops.
Find Pac-Man on grid. That's
Right,
where you should test it. Yeah.
And I guess we really need to. Okay.
So we don't want to
what?
return right away. We want to set.
We should also have a test for this. No Pac-Man on level.
Oh, okay.
So actually, let's. Well, and that one should pass. Let's keep it passing. Yeah. So let's see here. Because we're about to change that code, we should probably have a test for it to make sure that I got it right. This would be no Pac-Man on level. No Pac-Man. Nope. No Pac-Man on level 006. Okay, so there it's like it's both empty. So let's run this one. That one should pass. That one passes. This one should fail. That one fails. Okay, so go back to level.
So probably want to pull that return out.
Yeah.
And the counter.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to say Pac-Man equals null.
And have a counter, maybe. A counter for the number of Pac-Man.
Well, actually, I was going to fail early. I was going to say Pac-Man. Here. So, like, if
you can say
we
if
find
it's already set.
Exactly, yeah. That's exactly what we did before. Pac-Man not equals null, then, oops. Pac-Man equals new Pac-Man. Keep going.
No, that's if it's null. If it's null, you want to do that.
Thank you.
And then else.
Otherwise,
then you want to
yeah,
fail.
then throw it. Yeah. Else, we've already got one, so throw new legal state exception.
More than one
yeah,
Pac-Man.
I can only have one Pac-Man. And then if we get down here, assert that Pac-Man is null. Okay, try that.
Should do it.
Woo! Okay, let's run them
And
all.
then we're out of time.
And yeah, and I'm starting to fall asleep here. Oh, no Pac-Man on level. Which one's that?
Pac-Man is facing right.
Oh, that's messed up.
Uh-oh.
What did we broke something. Regression! What did we break? No. This assertion should have failed. I'm not running the assertions because, right, I don't return. No, so I'm sorry.
Oh, there's no return, you're right.
Yeah, I'm totally doing that wrong. So, if Pac-Man equals null, well, that is equal null. Return Pac-Man, and then there.
So to do an else than just an applied else, or
I like that. Not everybody. There are other people that are just like, no, if I'm reading it, there's something about this that appeals to me. I don't know. Yay! Everything best. Okay, yeah, that's a blog. Cool, let's commit it and get going. What did we do? Oh, yeah. Validate that test that invalid levels throw exceptions. Okay. Good push. Push. Okay. Let's go back and finish it off. Thanks. Appreciate that. Did you want these twist ties? Hmm. 41 minutes. Really? Okay.
Oh, I see. You're going to turn on and switch it. That's why you're.
Okay.
Oh, we need to really.
Okay. It's 8 o'clock. Let's finish up. Anybody want to share where they're at? No? We had usual suspects over here. Any observations about this kata? How did it compare to the one we did last week? Way more parts. What? Yeah, okay, sorry, yep.
I feel like I keep getting lost and wasting time and going much further down the road than I need to. And I keep pursuing all these rabbit trails of like, oh, well, we need to keep this into account, we need to take this into account. And I feel like I need to remind myself much sooner to stay focused on a smaller scope.
You know, when I get into this situation, which we were doing a little bit, I just like started writing things down so I don't forget them. It's like, oh, we need to test this. Oh, what about this? Oh, what about that? And that way I can like go back to focusing on the thing that I was doing instead of that context switch. Because yeah, it's really easy to sort of like get lost or dive down into things and forget where you were. Any other thoughts? No? I like this kata better? So do I. Yeah, it's not as snappy. Yeah, it feels more like real. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, then. Let's call it a night. Next week, we'll see the GWT project, and then we'll spend some more time with this with this kata. Also, of course, feel free to work on it off time, but I think you've got plenty of other stuff to do. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.